You let me violate you.
Hello and welcome to another Nailing Flicks with myself, Eleanor, and
Fabrice.
Today we are looking at 4 different films, and we're looking at Hanover Street. I'm just going to remember them. Hanover Street.
Hot Tub Time Machine.
Hot Tub Time. Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
And Reality Bites.
Reality Bites. So what are we going to do first?
Don't know. Hot Tub?
Hot Tub. We'll do Hot Tub first.
I don't know.
I'm out there, violator.
Can I call you back, sir? Okay, thank you. Bye.
I mean, let's do something fun. Let's create a memory, huh? Let's get some cocaine and break into a school or steal a cop car or some shit, huh? Do you have Ritalin?
No.
Don't fucking lie to me. Every one of you people have Ritalin.
No,
Sorry,
I don't.
you probably do have Ritalin.
I have some Ativan, but it's different.
Well, let's stick it up our asses.
No, it doesn't. It's not a suppository.
It doesn't matter. You crush it up, you put it in a warm paper towel, run it under some warm water, and you stick it right up your ass. That
You
works.
put the paper towel up your ass, too?
You crush up the...
I got an idea. Why don't we just play quarters?
What? I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I'm getting really sad. You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna get to the bathroom. I'm gonna be alone with my own thoughts. Who knows what's gonna happen up there? Who knows what's gonna happen? You better plan something fun. Jesus! Pussies. I'm going dancing.
I don't know, man. Maybe you coming here is a bad idea.
Hot Tub Time Machine tells the story of Nick, Adam and Lou, 3 friends who have drifted apart over the years, but whose lives have paralleled each other in terms of disappointments. When Lou, played by Rob Corddry, is involved in what seems to be a suicide attempt, Nick and Adam, played by Craig Robinson and John Cusack respectively, decide to take Lou back to Kodiak Valley, the scene of the 3 friends' best memories. Arriving there with Adam's nephew, Jacob, played by Clark Duke, they realise that times have changed and Kodiak Valley is no longer what it used to be. As they attempt to make the best of a bad situation by having a hot tub together in their room, they're mysteriously transported back to 1986 and the scene of their greatest weekend. Together they attempt to recreate all the same situations so that they won't affect their future. However, they are all tempted to make different choices so as to affect their lives in a better way. So I'll say straight away that I really enjoyed this film. I'm a big fan of anything 80s, and this film obviously has a strong sense of affection for the 80s as it features Chevy Chase in a small but important role, and also John Cusack, who was, you know, a bit of a teen idol back in the day. Yeah, basically I really enjoyed this film. I think the writing is really strong, and although it is kind of just a you know, a kind of B-grade Hollywood comedy in a lot of ways, it still manages to have a certain sense of heart to it, I find, without getting into that kind of sentimental schlock that these films sometimes feel obligated to have. I thought the performances were strong from everyone. Rob Corddry is sort of the obnoxious, offensive friend who always gets a lot of laughs in these types of movies, and in this one I think they're particularly well deserved. Clark Duke is again playing a kind of geeky little nerdy teenager, which he seems to do very well, and but fortunately it's not something that I get sick of in this particular film. And yeah, everything else is just really enjoyable. It's a good, light-hearted kind of romp.
Romp.
Yes.
Romp's the word.
Yes, and your thoughts?
Yeah, I wondered whether you needed testosterone to enjoy it. Because
Probably. It's a bit of a boy's film.
It's a boy film. That being said, though, films like, you know, The Hangover and, you know, those sort of guy films I think are great and enjoy it. But I found it a really kind of formulaic, functional film that I'd seen numerous times, obviously not with the plot.
Yeah.
But I mean, you were right, like the performances, everything was fine, it was solid, you know. But yeah, it was kind of, you knew what you were going to get. I knew what was going to happen. I do love all that 80s, we're children of the 80s, so
Yeah.
I do love that too. Whenever I see it in films, I kind of, it does take you back. But I don't know, I thought it was just sort of bullshit fluff, really.
Fair enough. I mean, did you expect anything else?
No, I didn't expect anything else, but like you always hope, I think I kind of watched it and it wasn't that I sat there at the end and thought, great, I'm never getting that, hour and a half back. Like, I wasn't angry at the end of it, but I just I wouldn't actively seek it out to watch it again, And you're right about the performances and about the laughs and those solid kind of characterizations. And I love John Cusack, and and yes, Chevy Chase being in the film, and but yeah, it's not something that I would rate highly.
Okay. You see, to me, I mean, because I think this was released around the same time as The Hangover. The Hangover for me is bullshit fluff.
Isn't that interesting?
For me, that film doesn't do anything. There's some laughs in it, and it's very easily dismissible. Whereas this, I enjoyed like considerably more.
Wow. See, there's a very different sort of like style of humour in the two different films.
Yeah.
And I found that the style of humour in The Hangover far more to my liking than this kind of. I felt like the style of humour in Hot Tub was more Americanized, if that makes sense. Like it was kind of like this little this package humour that we always get.
Right.
So I think that's when I say like I feel like I've seen it 100 times or 1,000 times. Given how many films we watched. I kind of went, oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. Well, you see, I think also the thing that it's three friends who are kind of getting back together after, not having seen each other a while and getting back to their youth and that kind of thing also appeals to a certain sensibility to me. Like I really enjoy that kind of thing. So I think that's where the difference is between this and The Hangover, which was just, didn't have any kind of heart to it at all.
Yeah. Isn't that interesting? Yes. So, and it's not that I didn't think the structure of the film or how it was filmed or what it looked like. It was all fine and functional. Yep. But it wasn't anything kind of spectacular for me. So.
Okay. No, fair enough.
All right, so nail it up.
I'm giving it a 7.
I'm going to give it 5.
Fucking iPods, fucking Prius, Match.com, anything.com, fucking internet.com, fucking Zac Efron. Nobody invented him yet. What about Twitter? Whatever the fuck that is. Hey, we could combine Twitter with fucking Viagra. Twitagra. What's the matter, dude? Come on.
I'm sorry, man. I'm just preoccupied.
You just kind of down about being black and out of shape?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
No, because you look good, and this is a great time for black people. I mean, our time, not this time. This is a terrible time for black people. I don't see one other black person in here. Talk to me, man.
Found out she fucking cheated.
What? Courtney's fucking cheating on you?
I gave her my life. I gave up my passion. And she just out there.
Why the fuck didn't you say something, man?
That's just it. I never see you guys anymore. I don't have my music. I barely have friends. Without Courtney, you're nothing.
You're just fucking Courtney's bitch right now. You gotta be your own man. Nick Weber Agnew, what the fuck is that?
It's terrible.
It doesn't work. No, Nick Weber. That's who you are.
That's who I was.
Maybe you gotta find him again. She's getting hers.